What's up, y'all? It's Flash. How's it going? I just kind of want to talk about something that I've been noticing and that has come to my attention um, in society in terms of individuals and their relationship with other individuals. And I'm talking about relationships on all fronts. Any type of relationship, any type of you standing or communicating with another person type of relationship. Here's the problem that I've seen, that I've heard, that people have talked to me about. It's all been the same thing, which is specifically people have been wanting attention. That's fair enough. That's completely fair enough. Fine by me. You want attention. Trust me. Don't we all? Yes, we do, and that's where this comes in. So, because of the fact that we all want attention, we have forgotten to look within ourselves to figure out what kind of attention we want as individuals. What do we want out of the people in our lives? That's the question that hasn't been asked out loud yet. And so, with that comes the problem that some people don't feel like they are getting that attention, that the communication is lacking in their friendship, in their relationship. It's lacking. They feel as though they're putting in X amount of energy and the other person isn't putting in that energy. The trick part is that it goes both ways. Any sort of communication, any type of relationship goes both ways. So, where one person is thinking that they're not getting that much attention and the person that they want that attention from isn't communicating to them the way that they want, because of that fact, they are distancing themselves. And that other person is now thinking, wow, I was spending this energy and now they're backing off because I didn't give them as much energy as they wanted. Now I'm upset because I was giving my energy, but I guess that wasn't enough. And now they're backing off from me, and I don't know what the hell is going on. So, because they're not talking to me, I'm not going to talk to them. And it's been that same pattern a lot recently. And it all comes down to yourself, the work that you're doing for yourself, and the way that you are communicating what you want to others in your life. So that means that if you want to talk to that person, if you want to communicate with them about their communication, you have to communicate. That's kind of where things are getting screwy with relationships, is that we're, as a collective, are having that mentality of, because I'm not getting attention, I'm going to leave in silence, which is, again, if that's how you do it, that's how you do it, but express that. You have to express yourself in some way and give some sort of indication of what you want. Lay it out there in the beginning, because if something were to happen later on, then the communication might not be as effective as if you just established it. So instead of just backing off and saying, you know what, forget this, then it won't really be as effective. So let's say two people have the same mentality of, if this person isn't talking to me, then I'm just not going to talk to them. So let's say there's two of them with that mentality. They're both going to kind of just separate from each other without any communication, and that's going to build a lot of tension, a lot of anger, a lot of curiosity, which can lead to anxiety and all of these other things, just because of the fact that that person has not communicated to the other. So instead of just walking away, what could be a good solution, and I invite you to try this, try talking to that person that you want to talk to. Tell them what you want in terms of how they communicate. Tell them how much attention you want. Tell them what kind of attention you want. If they can accept it, cool, awesome. Then they can tell you what they want and it can hopefully work out. If they can't, well, then maybe it's just best if those energies weren't, trying to, clash together as much. Because at that point, what happens is a bunch of misunderstandings and then a bunch of hurt feelings. So talk to each other. And moving on from there, like, let's say you're not even in this situation yet, or hopefully you're just never in it, but let's say that you're not in this situation and you haven't gotten to that point yet, but it could happen. It could happen to anybody. I would invite you to dig deep into yourself. Take the time to dig deep into yourself and to know what you want in terms of communication and attention. Know what you want. First, figure out what you can get from yourself. Figure out what you can get from yourself so that way others don't necessarily have to think about devoting extra energy in. So like, dig deep, figure out what you want, what your standards are, and that will be easier for you to communicate what you want. And that will take a whole lot of variables out of the relationship, all those negative variables. That will take a lot of those out, because now you know how you can make yourself happy and you know how to give yourself attention. But any of that little excess stuff that you would want a friend there for, now you know what to look for in your friends. You know what kind of attention you want. You know how you want them to communicate with you and when. And it's just getting to know you. The better you can know yourself, the better it will be to, like, in terms of communicating with others. Also, the more inner work you do, the easier it will be for you to understand other people and what they want. So it's like, the more you learn about yourself, just the better it's just going to be overall. It really comes with taking the time with yourself, sitting with yourself, going through all this stuff that you didn't want to think about, because in the long run, it's just going to make for better opportunities, better relationships, and it's just going to make you happier overall. Get to know yourself.